So I know I made this video last year, but I'm just gonna do it again this year real quick. You want a unit like this, or some form of unit that is used to make sure everything's going good. So this is like charcoal rock. Actually, volcanic rock or charcoal rock, whatever they will call it. You want to stick this on there. And I got this on Amazon. It wasn't too bad, considering you're probably only gonna have to buy one once. Some of these units are really expensive, and you have to replace them every year. This one's been good to me. I was gonna tell you the name of it, but I can't see it because that's how dirty they get. Anyway, put it together, and then here, let me zoom out here. Okay, pop it into place. See if we can get the name of it somewhere. Aqua Garden. Fully waterproof, ready to go right in the pond. Has its own water spout, its own lighting system, which I was impressed but not impressed enough. And ready to basically just be dropped in, and this will clean up the rest of the stuff that's left in there. It also has an UV light in it. Super useful for keeping your pond clean, and or waterfall, whatever. And if you had a little one, like a little waterfall, that's probably all you need. Like if you don't have a waterfall, sorry, a little pond, you just need to keep it clean. This is probably all you need. Anyway, just look for a nice place for it to sit. I don't know what we're getting caught on here. There we go. I like to get it in the center if I can. And then it's got to fill up with water to really get itself down there. So we got a little ways to go for that. And don't plug it in or turn it on until it's submerged in water. You'll burn it up. Just like the water pump, you want to have it completely under the water. We're almost there to get some water in here to get some weight on it. Anyway, you want to get one of these in there too. My recommendation is right in the center, if you can, of your pond. If you're using it for just a pond, or if it's a waterfall, try to find the deepest place. Like I said, once it fills up with water, it'll hold itself in place. And this is important. If you don't have a filtration system, you're gonna have a problem. So, the waterfall itself will not keep it clean. That is not how it works. If it's a waterfall. If it's a pond, it won't self-clean either. And this one here has got 2 plugs. You might want to keep that in mind. If you're buying one of these kind here, you got to have a multiple plug spot. Which, when I bought it, I was kind of mad. Because I was thinking, why can't you run these off the same plug? And then I realized, you know, the UV light is one plug, and now I prefer the UV light to have its own plug and its own, I can't think of the word here, its own fuse and everything. So if it blows, it doesn't stop trying to clean at least. And then, yeah, we're just gonna run this through here, underneath. Kind of made a little spot for them to go through. And every year I have to deal with the dirtiness. It won't go through. Literally filled itself in. Stupid. Oh, and that's our new lighting system, XM Cozy. I do not have sponsors, but the XM Cozy one is okay. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. They do the lighting. I'd give them more stars if they'd let you make custom lighting arrays or let you like pick how you want it to look. They basically don't, and that sucks. But for the most part, they're good. All right, so we're gonna get this over here. We don't want to get it plugged in until it's got enough water to run it. Oh, looks like we're there. Cool. And it also could be fully immersed. One thing to do to find out what's what is plug in one and see if the light comes on or if it's the water. Now it's looking like the light, so we'll put the light over here. We want it on all the time. We don't need it voice controlled, we just need it on. And then this should be the water then. And so that makes it so we can turn it on and off by voice. And then we'll just get all of this stuff in the right places so we can have it waterproof. And oh, I see what's going on here. We got this one needs to go over there. And these ones over here. And that should do it. There we are. I wanted a metal one, but I couldn't find one that big. And I'm gonna fill this in, but I'm kind of watching for leaking before I do it, and I'm probably gonna fill it in with a little more gravel in the bottom of it. And we'll give it a few days, and it'll be nice and clean in here. These here, they're pretty neat. You can just like grab the top of it and pull it up for a different look. And there's multiple different looks. See if I can get it. Yeah, well, that one's not a good one. That's the one I prefer right there. And then as the waterfall fills up, this waterfall pump, which is technically a sub pump, once it fills up, it'll turn itself on. Oh, there it goes actually. It just turned itself on. We're gonna have to fix that tube this year, probably make it a little better one. And then when the pump says that the waterfall's full of water, this pump will actually shut off. It works a lot like a bathtub, or sorry, a toilet. And when it lifts up, because it knows it's full of water, then it will just stop putting water in. So, like this. And that's why this has to be right, because if this is leaking, then when it shuts off, the pressure here will break that connection. And so it's good to do a little pressure testing, turn them on and off and stuff. And we should be having, at this point, there's still some more filling to do, but we basically have the waterfall going, and it's got to go through some clean cycling. May have to empty it one more time and maybe use a wet vac to get out the dirt. But we'll see what the waterfall and the filter system do on its own. And I think that's our waterfall for this year. All voice command through Google with the lighting, the first pump, the secondary pump. The only thing that's not run off of Google technically, although I can do it, is the UV light inside the filter, because I don't want it to shut off. That's what kills all the stuff you don't want in here. Also, it's set to run for at least an hour a day minimum, and that's to keep mosquitoes from trying to live in it. If there's stagnant water, mosquitoes will live in it. So here goes the waterfall pump. Everything going for the year. It's starting to come down. Still a little dirty, still needs a little love. Still need a little bit of placement work for the hose and everything. so that it doesn't have this kink. And this year I plan to put a roof on it. That's one idea. Well, it's probably the one that's going to happen. And then the other idea is to put a bigger pump in that'll pump twice as much water, so that it's twice as awesome, because right now it all kind of falls to one side. So we're going to put twice as much water. That'll make it look twice as good. So, yep, Waterfall Adventure 2021. I think it's pretty much done until we do the crazy stuff that we're going to do. See ya.